Stop and search has become one of the most contentious tactics used by police in England and Wales.
For me personally, I think stop and search is one of my best tools in order to prevent crime and solve it.
I don't have a problem with stop and search. I think stop and search is a good thing. I have a problem with the disproportionate amount of young black men that are stopped and searched.
Over the course of 3 weeks, The Guardian followed 2 units from Brent Police to see how they employ the controversial power.
Whenever I see a police officer or police car go past, straight away my first instinct is they're going to stop and search me. Let's get ready.
Stop and search is currently under review after a police watchdog revealed that 30 out of the 43 forces in England and Wales don't use it properly. The report stated that black people are 7 times more likely to be searched than white people, and nearly a quarter of searches nationwide might be done illegally.
I want to make sure it's the right one. I can't just see out my rear window. It's going very, very slowly by me, giving a massive gap.
23-year-old PC Rob Fariello is an immediate response officer who reacts to 999 calls.
And what is it flashed up on your ANPR saying concerned in drug supply?
Says, yeah, he was arrested for possession of heroin and methadone.
We were on patrol when a number plate came up on our number plate recognition system. It basically informed us that the vehicle was involved in drug supply. As it stopped, I got out of the car and was walking towards the vehicle when I heard him lock the doors.
Yeah, cheers.
Hello, you alright? Do you want to open the window for me, please?
Pico active message!
I've gone over to the driver's window and his window's been open about 2 or 3 inches. I've tried the door handle and I can see into the car where there's about 10 to 15 wraps of what I believe was heroin and cocaine, crack cocaine, wrapped on his lap.
I've chased him from there, I've chased the car. So he could have ditched it, swallowed it, done anything as we're driving up here, probably swallowed it to be honest. Mate, you're also under arrest for being concerned in supply Class A as well. Being concerned in the supply of Class A.
How's that?
Because of all the Class A I've seen in your vehicle and the address book with all the names and
I
stuff
do gas
in
and
it.
electric. I sell gas and electric.
Do you? Well, unfortunately at the moment you're under arrest.
That's fine, that's fine.
So.
Brent currently achieves the Metropolitan Police target of arresting over 20% of the people searched by officers. Other boroughs are much lower, and the London average is still only 16%.
We need to do stop and search. Without a doubt, we need to do it. And anybody in the black community or the ethnic minority community who says we don't need to do stop and search, they're a fool amongst themselves, right? But it's not the stop and search which is the problem. It's going to be the way it's conducted.
PC Jones has one of the best conversion rates on his force.
Who's got the cannabis in the car, please?
There's no cannabis in the
I can see the grinder next to you on the left-hand side.
I always thought being a police officer was about avoiding confrontation or trying to calm confrontational situations down. For your first 100 stops, it is weird and it is a little bit scary and you feel a bit like the bad guy.
I haven't seen you fighting, but I'm just saying someone's told us that you were, alright?
I know before I joined this job I'd never started putting my hands in someone's pockets or running my hands down their trouser leg and up their sleeves and taking their jackets off and going through all the seams of the jackets and stuff.
Not only is it embarrassing, it's one of the most embarrassing things that you can go through, but it is also intimidating because it's the easiest way for a black man to go to jail. And you can go to jail for something they didn't even stop you for in the first place.
Yeah, if anyone's around Harlesden High Street, just had a grey Audi A3 activate our ANPR system. We're going to have the Audi stopped, Harlesden High Street, Junction Park Parade.
Now, this is just you just picking on me right
now.
No,
not
that's
at all.
what I feels like right now.
We're not. We've got a reason for doing what we're doing, okay?
No.
I've explained to you already.
I just came to get my food and that. You know,
Okay,
Cool. Where are your food? You're going chicken cottage?
chicken cottage, I already ordered.
Okay. What'd you order? Anything nice?
Chicken wrap.
Yeah. I normally approach people how I'd want to be approached. I find the way I start talking to them, they will normally talk back to you the same way. There's loads of signs of drug use in there. There's cannabis flakes on your seat.
There's a lighter that's been shoved down there, and as soon as I was walking up to you, fidgeting around with your trousers, all right? So what we're going to do, we're going to take you back up to Harlesden, all right? We're going to give you a strip search there. Just get your hands away from there for a minute, all right? Just because we're going up there, we're going to chuck you in handcuffs. Huh?
Can you not handcuff?
I've got, mate, if I don't handcuff you, then you can reach for everything, can't you? And then we kind of defeat the purpose. No, we'll do it back at Harlesden, mate, it'll be easier. Come on this way.
After a strip search, the man is released without charge.
If you maybe like stop a car or something, that you don't find any actual drugs, weapons or anything like that, but there's evidence that it was in there, then obviously that adds up to sort of intelligence that we can use later. So it is definitely useful for that as well, yeah, for building up a bigger picture of what's going on in the area.
The actual impact of stop and search in terms of gathering intelligence, you get very little intelligence from you upset so many more people. It's unintelligent because it actually causes a chain reaction in the community of people feeling a lot of bitterness and hatred towards the police, and then the police do not get the confidence of the community, so they don't get the support from the community, and then people put up walls of silence, and then it actually is counterproductive to crime detection and safety.
I've been stopped and searched over 20 times. If I was a witness to a crime or I knew a crime was going to happen, I wouldn't call the police. Because they will treat you as a suspect.
A lot of young black men who I speak to just are so bitter because they look around them and they see things that are impacting on their lives, and they blame a lot of it in terms of the stuff that happens with the police.
A robbery has just taken place on a local housing estate, and witnesses at the scene have called the police.
Yes.
I don't know why they're really frightened, they don't want to get involved.
When we get a stop and search wrong, it's going to sort of have that knock-on effect to other people. To have that trust with people in that community, that is massive, because that's such a big tool of our calls obviously come from normal members of the public.
Rob patrols the area, looking for anyone who might fit the description he's been given.
Stop and search is like so useful for us. Say for example we see a gang nominal now and we were to stop him, have a chat with him, and if after talking to him we've got some grounds to search him, that search, whether we find something or not, doesn't mean it's always a negative outcome.
You've got areas like Stonebridge, Church Road, St Raph's. It reminds me of prison, innit? And the police, they all policed each area like their prison wings. It's a small, compact area, and they just got to oppress it 24/7. Police think that everybody in those areas are of a certain mindset, when it's not the case. Everyone is just poor. If anything, that's the mindset. But not all poor people are criminals.
This is the Church End estate. That leads through to the Stonebridge estate. They are two massive rival gangs. We don't know whether he could have been about to go pick up a knife and go and stab someone from another gang. He could have been about to go and pick up some drugs to deal or something like that. So just because it's a sort of a negative result doesn't mean it's a negative outcome always with searching.
I mean, stop and search has its uses, but I don't think it's actually tackling the underlying issues when it comes to crime and community safety in Brent. I mean, we've got huge government cuts, which means, what are facilities there for young people? What is there to do, whether it's in terms of employment opportunities, training or recreational facilities? And actually, it's a bigger issue about how do we change our community? How do we actually improve the aspirations and the life chances of young people?
2 years ago, it was revealed that stop and search was a major source of discontent with policing amongst those who took part in the riots. Since then, Brent has halved its number of stop and searches. Officers complain that there's rarely time for proactive work because of the volume of 999 calls.
I don't have time in my day to randomly go out and start grabbing hold of people and put my hand in the pockets. I'm far too busy to do that. All I'm doing if I do random stops is alienating people against me, nothing else. And it's not against the police necessarily, it's against me, because I've got to work in that same area.
PC Jones is responding to reports that a suspect is breaking into vehicles. As he inspects a house alarm close to the scene, he stops someone he believes looks suspicious.
I'll say, can you call my house, 0208 11.
What road is that on? Keep on in 2 seconds, just go and check that garden. There's no reason to be in this person's garden. Oh, what's that? Oh. It's a window punching windows. I found something down there in the bush, next to the bush we've just been stood, that is used for breaking into premises. I'm not suggesting that's yours at the moment, okay? That makes me suspicious you might have something on you. If you've got anything sharp in your pocket, it's going to hurt me or hurt you. Moment, step back for 2 seconds. You're saying purpose for search and a sex warrant of pace. I'm looking for items for which to go equipped to steal, okay? Nothing sharp in your pockets, sure?
Nope.
Okay. I'll give you a record. I mean, it's just, yeah, got something decent under there. I'll give you a record of stop straight afterwards, all the details on it, okay? How many pairs of trousers are you wearing?
Say that again?
How many pairs of trousers are you wearing?
I find it a little bit strange, right? You've got a watch on. Yeah. You've got a watch in your pocket. You've got 2 different people's IDs. Yeah, you've got somebody's bank card, you've got somebody's ID card, and you've got somebody else's work ID card.
Yeah, I've got reasonable grounds to suspect this offence has been committed. I've got reasonable grounds to suspect that he's guilty of that offence.
During our time with Brent Police, 17 people were stopped and searched. Of those, 16 were black or Asian. Officers made 3 arrests and gave 1 person a cannabis warning. The police officers confirmed there were reasonable grounds for stop and search in all of the cases we witnessed.
Our parents don't like contact with the police. My mum used to say, just don't make the police bring you home or police come to my door. So when they're hearing that you're being on the side of the road, being stopped by the police, and it's their friend from church ringing them and telling them, they don't like that. So that's why we'll come out the house the next day, like F the police.
Active, punch up. Get your hands down now, get your hands down. The process of stop and search can improve if we take the people, if we look at conversion figures on specific officers, and if the conversion rate is poor, that they spend time with an officer who is at the better scale or a very, very high standard.
I'm a victim of stop and search and everything. I always will be a victim of it. And that's something I'm always going to grow up with in life, knowing that I've been stopped and searched countless times.
Stop and search doesn't just have an impact on the young person, it has an impact on the family. It's going to have an impact on their mothers, their fathers, their grandmas. It has an impact on the community.